Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Backpacktrader training room crude oil inventory report session for Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It's not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right, on to the charts. And we have crude on Spotlight, 8-tick range bar, 8-cent momentum bar, depending on your platform. That is the larger chart on the right. Bottom left is Counterpunch, crude 377 tick chart. Top left is unleaded gas, and one note, I didn't look at the volume this morning, but I looked at it as I was transitioning, and the volume on unleaded has transitioned over to January. So I did update this chart to January. This is this is what I use to compare volumes. See, the December volume is 14,500. January volume is 22,250. So that's why I've transitioned to January. But there's enough volume either one. But I should have been trading January in the earlier session, but December worked fine there, but I will go ahead and correct that and trade January here, or show January here anyway. And report just coming out. Watch for. Now we got a little bit of a reaction up, but not much of a reaction. And that's the bottom of the reaction zone. Pushing it up a little bit. We've hit money management, so that trade is off the table. Same with unleaded, and still pushing up on the reaction. And even now it's a little bit of a delayed reaction. We're 45 seconds in and still pushing up. Looking for a new trade on unleaded. That's a reaction trade on the 377, and we'll look for another trade there. I really don't want to take a trade off the reaction itself. We'll use that as a reaction zone. Still pushing beyond that. Another 25 seconds to go. Looking for a new trade. All right, unleaded stopping out, so it's flat. That would be a valid short trade. 77.49. And we are in the session. So that's a valid short. This has not triggered on the 377 tick. I'm not going to try, and that cancels. Not going to try to take the long hadn't come back to the entry anyway, so, and that's a big trade because of the reaction to the report. Unleaded with a long trade, pulling back into the 20 SMA for 9 seconds. That one might be tough to, have been tough to get in. Probably would have been a little tough to get in. Let's take a look at that one. I use a 4-second chart because it gives me a couple of bars to see what's going on. First bar, second bar actually closed at 8 seconds right at the entry, so I would say we're in that trade. All right, new short trade possibility. Yeah, target 2 is, and now a long trade set up. Short canceled. Spotlight stopping out. We've got a possible short coming up here. 53. And that's a filter. I shouldn't be in that trade, so I'm going to close that out. Yeah, that's a squeeze zone trade. I wasn't looking carefully when I was planning that. Just lost a tick. But if you make a mistake like that, was a mistake. And if you make that kind of mistake, just correct it. Actually gained a tick, so gained a couple of ticks. All right, unleaded got targets 1 and 2. And the trailer went out to 862 from the entry at 831. So a solid trade. 38 for target 1, 60 for target 2. And I said, trailed out at 57 from 31.26 on the trailer. Okay, that short went too far. This short is valid, and that looks like it's going to be our winner today on the 377. Hitting target 3 for 12 ticks. Yeah. And stopping out on the break-even stop. So that actually ends up being a one and done session. Unleaded, one and done. And waiting for our first trade here. Ooh, possible long trade now. at 51. No. It's not going to be at 51. It's going to be, you need another bar because this bar won't close above the balance line. This bar will close at 49, and there's the close of the bar at 46. Drop down to 41. Now, yeah, 51. So we ended up at 51 anyway, and that's where we're gonna. That will be a valid trade. If we get there, it is. Actually, I pushed that up to 52 because it touched before I moved it. Finally hit the entry again. It pushed through 52 anyway. Targets 1 and 2. Pulled back into the reaction zone and is now trying to push back above it again. I actually kind of like this trade. I would like to see the second target just below that swing high. But this will work. Hopefully will work. Do say hello. Only thing left is the still long on Spotlight. Hello again, Robert. And a stop and reverse at 77.39. Make that a market order. Move the stop up. Still in the long. Getting 168. Yeah, one tick away from money management. And getting target 1. So we'll cancel the stop and reverse. We got target 1, so I'll leave the stop at 52. I won't do the major key level because we did hit an actionable target. and I will attach that one to my trailer. It's a trailing indicator. That's going to be a one and done session. Getting target 1, which is our goal target, and that will be, we will definitely be positive. The short trade didn't trigger in, even unadjusted, so that one canceled pretty quickly. Stop moves up to 77.54. Okay, still the same. right, and we stopped out at 54, so that completes the session. Let's see, what do you mean, Krista, by making new handles? That's all set up in my ATM. I'm using two. This is mine for this. 2 contracts, 2 fixed target 1, target 2 contracts, so that the orders, as soon as the entry order executes, it puts those in along with the 30 tick stop, a 45 and a 60 tick target, and then I can move those handles around. But I don't have to create them; they'll already exist. That's what you saw me doing there. You mean you don't you do have a trailer, or you don't have a trailer? With the trailing, if you want a trailing position, just put that position in with a 0 target in your. Oh, you sometimes want to add a target. The problem with adding a target just by itself like that is then you've got to manage the canceling the other position. Probably the most efficient way to handle that, if you want to change from just a trailer to a target, so you keep the stop and target together, in that case, is have both ATMs set up. And what you can do is, in your control panel, show your positions. So when you get, so let me put one on here. Let me change this to, I'll do this 2 contracts with a trailer. Go ahead and put that in. This is just an example. So let's see if that'll go ahead and. All right. Now I have one target and a stop. I've got 2 stops here and 1 target, so I've got a trailer. If I wanted to change that to 2 fixed targets, I wouldn't close the trade. I just cancel the stops, because that'll cancel everything. And I'll go to my, can't put that on the screen because I've got a whole lot of other positions, but right click on the line where the position is. The very first thing you'll see is apply ATM strategy, and then you can pick now I'll pick my 2 contract fixed strategy. So now I have, that's what it puts on the existing position, and then I can get those in place. So that's the way I would do that. That actually is fairly quick, as you saw. But yeah, go ahead and have, so basically you want the ATMs you may be using all set up so that you can use them, because you can use them on a position that doesn't have orders in place on it. If you just have an unprotected, as I would say, position, or no orders against a position, no closing orders sitting against a position already, you can use that. And if that's also a good way to rebuild things if you accidentally cancel a handle. It's a whole lot faster than manually doing an OCO order or something like that. Since I know you're on NinjaTrader, so that's why I could show you pretty easily here. But that's how I would handle that. Yes, putting on individual OCO orders when you're adding a target is definitely a pain. Or just now putting an individual order on without tying it to the stop wouldn't be a problem, and would probably actually be faster. But then you've got to basically turn off your you got to cancel your ATM strategy effectively. You got to go in and change it to none to be able to do that. So that's why, for me, it's usually faster to, I'll put that back like it's supposed to be. It's usually faster to just cancel those out and reset my ATM strategy using the control panel positions tab. And just right click on the position row, apply ATM strategy, and then pick the ATM strategy that you want to apply. And as you saw, the orders come up after I cancel the others, and it's just a matter of putting them where they belong. Good question. But yeah, and the other side of that is, if you place the order and want to change templates, go ahead and change the template, get ready, all set up, then cancel the order and replace it, and it will have the new ATM attached. But the ATM you won't need to do that until you do what I just did, until you actually have a position, until the order executes. Your entry order executes, then you have your handles, because NinjaTrader doesn't give you your exit handles until target and stops until after the entry executes. Unlike TradeStation, where you can move those around beforehand. Each platform has its advantages and disadvantages, but they're both good platforms. And it pulled back and stomped out on the trailer, but I'm going to make it come down to the first actionable target there before I trail it. But that's the way you do it. It's fairly straightforward. I'm just going to close that out. Any other questions? Anybody else with questions? All three charts are done on the crude report this morning. Three one and done sessions. It just took a little longer for Spotlight Crude to get there, but all three charts ending up winning their first trade and making their goals. You too, Krista. And I'm going to call it a morning unless anybody else has questions. I'm back tomorrow at 9:30, and that will be our last session for a week plus. I'll be traveling all next week and through Tuesday of the following week. So our next session after tomorrow will be Wednesday after Thanksgiving. That should be an inventory report day also. So 9:30 session Wednesday the 29th. And we will see you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's session, then we go to Wednesday the 29th, 9:30 regular session, 10:30 crude oil inventory session, and Thursday the 30th, 9:30 a.m. regular session next week. Will be our next sessions after tomorrow. So we will see everybody tomorrow. Have a good one.